Welcome to this interactive study guide on UK employment law. Employment law is the set of rules that govern how employers treat their workers, from hiring to firing. For your exam, you need to understand not just the names of key acts, but how they affect business costs, reputation, and decision-making. Today, we'll explore the core legislation, the Employment Rights Act, the National Minimum Wage Act, the Working Time Regulations, and the Equality Act. By the end, you'll be able to apply these laws to real business scenarios. Let's map out the 4 key pieces of legislation. The Employment Rights Act ensures employees get written contracts, protects against unfair dismissal, and governs redundancy. The National Minimum Wage Act sets a legal floor for pay, forcing businesses to budget carefully. Working time regulations cap weekly hours at 48 and mandate rest breaks and holiday pay. Finally, the Equality Act 2010 protects workers from discrimination based on age, race, sex, and more. Each law imposes costs but also brings benefits like a motivated workforce. Turning to our study notes, the contract of employment is a key requirement under the Employment Rights Act 1996. Every employee must receive a written statement of particulars within 2 months of starting. This document must include key terms like rate of pay, working hours, holiday entitlement, notice periods, and job title. For businesses, this formalizes the hiring process, reduces the risk of disputes, and provides legal protection if a conflict arises. In exams, always refer to the specific content a contract must contain. Let's walk through the employee life cycle from a legal perspective. During recruitment, the Equality Act 2010 prohibits discrimination against any of the 9 protected characteristics, like age, sex, or race. Once hired, the business must provide a written contract, pay at least the national minimum wage, and respect working time limits. When dismissing an employee, the employer must have a fair reason, such as redundancy or misconduct, and follow a proper process, or risk an employment tribunal claim. Understanding this process helps you analyze business scenarios in your exam. Now let's work through an exam-style question. Analyze the impact of the national minimum wage on a small business's costs and pricing strategy. Start by stating the relevant legislation and current rate. Then explain how minimum wage directly increases variable costs. For a small business, this reduces profit margins. In response, the business might increase prices, but that could hurt sales if competitors keep prices lower. Or it could reduce staff hours, but must still pay the minimum for hours worked. A well-structured answer will weigh these options and link to real business trade-offs. Watch out for common exam mistakes. First, don't confuse the national minimum wage with the living wage. The living wage is a voluntary hire rate, not a legal requirement. Second, memorize all 9 protected characteristics under the Equality Act 2010: age, disability, gender reassignment, marriage and civil partnership, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sex, and sexual orientation. Third, when analyzing the impact of any law, always discuss both the costs to the business, like higher wages and admin, and the benefits, like better worker motivation and reduced tribunal risk. Finally, remember that employment tribunals are a legal risk. They can cost businesses money and damage their reputation. To summarize, employment law is essential for protecting workers and shaping business behavior. Remember the 4 key acts. The Employment Rights Act gives employees contracts and fair dismissal rights. The National Minimum Wage Act sets a minimum hourly rate, affecting costs. The Working Time Regulations limit hours and guarantee breaks, and the Equality Act 2010 bans discrimination based on 9 characteristics. Non-compliance can lead to employment tribunals, which are costly and damaging. In your exam, apply these laws to business scenarios, weighing up legal costs against the benefits of a fair, motivated workforce. Good luck with your revision.